What's up, guys? So today I got access to the new Man United Big Time card, so I have gameplay analysis for you. Before we get into that, these are the builds I used. This is Casemiro. It's a bit different than the one I recommended because this isn't my account. It's just a bit more into dribbling and passing. Honestly, I'd probably do this build. This build seems pretty good. So I'd stick to this. He's very great, just great defensively and comfortable on the ball, so I'd stick to that. Eriksen really impressed me, although I do think there is an issue with this build. It's a bit too defensive. You'll see in the clips, Eriksen's very good when he's gone forward, so I'd put a bit more points into shooting. If you want to see the build I recommended, I uploaded a video yesterday. Here's a quick look at what I was kind of recommended. So you can see there's a bit more shooting. Gets the curl up and gets the finishing up above 70. 70 finishing seems to be enough for the box to box. But yeah, he was very good at getting forward. And then the last player, Wan-Bissaka, he did not impress me at all. It's a bit disappointed in him. You'll see why in the clips. And I don't really think it's an issue with the build, because the issues with the card, he has good stats in the areas I felt like he wasn't good enough. So yeah, if you want to see why I don't really think Wan-Bissaka is that good, you'll see the gameplay clips. As I said in my overview, Eriksen did look pretty decent in terms of the stats, but then when I tried him in game, he did pleasantly surprise me. So the build I used obviously wasn't the one with shooting. This is a subs account, so I had to use the one he chose. He chose the more defensive build, but it still had the same dribbling, and that was probably the best attribute I noticed about him. He was very good at dribbling on the ball. He won a few free kicks, beat a few players, so he was good. Kind of, you know, I think your box to box should be good on the ball, just because they're gonna be usually kind of starting the counter attacks or getting in on the end of a through ball. Or Eriksen, you'll see in the clips, you know, was making overlaps pretty often, and with this build he had the dribbling and the passing to be dangerous in that area, but he didn't have the shooting. So I would definitely recommend sticking to the build I gave in the overview video. The boost to defending, you know, maybe you want to give that boost, but to be honest, I didn't really notice him as a great kind of defensive player in these games. I felt like he was just, I have an Iniesta with about 70 defensive stats, and he also has interception. And honestly, I'd argue that even that Iniesta might be feel better at defending than this Eriksen with the 80 plus defending stats. So I wouldn't recommend leveling the defending. I'd go into shooting instead, because there was a few opportunities where I had the opportunity for a shot with Eriksen, either to, you know, one-on-one with the keeper or a long shot, and they were very dangerous shots. They were very close, but he just wasn't enough to really get the goal. So I do think the build with the shooting would be better. In terms of how fast he felt, I was talking on stream how I do think Eriksen is probably better than every non-legend box-to-box in the game. In my opinion, Enzo Fernandez is the best non-legend box-to-box. I do think Eriksen is better than him, although I think Enzo feels faster, though he has lower speed stats. I don't know exactly why that might be. If any of you have an idea, let me know. But it's not that Eriksen felt slow at all. It's just that Enzo feels weirdly fast for some reason. But yeah, he's probably the best non-legend box-to-box, but I don't think he'd be better than, you know, a Gerrard, Mateus, like some of the legend box-to-boxes. So I think he's in that like middle area. So if you're looking for a box-to-box, I wouldn't be spinning for this pack just to get a box-to-box. I think it would be more of a case of, do you like the look of Casemiro and Wan-Bissaka? So we'll look at Casemiro next. So in my overview, I said Casemiro looked like the best, and I don't think that's an unfair statement based on the gameplay. He was pretty good. Casemiro has always been really good in this game. He had I think it was a Champions League nominating card, contract card that was really good. That was in my team for probably 600-700 games, probably a year ago now. So I knew a big time Casemiro would be very good. I'd say the best way to describe this Casemiro card, and pretty much the other Casemiro cards I've used, is he's basically like a magnet for the ball. Like he's always standing in the correct position. It's not like he does these crazy interceptions where you're wondering like how did his leg reach that. It's just that he's always in the right position when you need him, and he's there. So he felt very good, very comfortable on the ball too. You know, he felt like a proper Real Madrid player. He was, you know, always in the right area, and always able to make the simple passes. But he did have some decent passing range with his lofted passes. His through balls were a bit lacking at times, but he doesn't have true passing, so that would explain that. So I definitely put true passing on him. If you want more in-depth leveling guide and skill trainer guide, check out my overview video. I give guidance there. I played him in centre back. Some people were saying that he looks good in centre back. He was decent there, although I wouldn't really play him there long term. I felt like he didn't have that physical kind of dominance to be a good centre back. I seen somewhere, I think it was on Reddit, that someone was playing Vieira DMF and Casemiro centre back. I would definitely reverse that. I do think those two would be a very, very good combo, but not in that order. I'd go DMF, Casemiro for the anchorman, and then Destroyer, centre back Vieira. Would I spin though? If I have Vieira, I don't think Casemiro is a must spin. If you have booster right card, the anchorman, I also think I wouldn't go for him. But yeah, I don't know, he was decent. He had good kicking power, so his shots are good and his passes were good. So yeah, overall pretty good. And last and probably least is Wan-Bissaka. I've been using Wan-Bissaka the last few months, a different card, one of the free Man United ones we got, and I like him a lot. So I was really looking forward to this pack. He was the only one I was really interested in. Also Casemiro, but I mainly was considering spinning for this pack for Wan-Bissaka. I missed out on Bergomi, and I thought Wan-Bissaka could have been better, but he was a pretty big disappointment for me. He just, in defence, he just wasn't doing enough, and then in attack, like, he doesn't have great attacking stats, but I knew that before he was released and he wasn't going to have good attacking stats. But I have to say I was still kind of disappointed with how he performed. He wasn't dominant in the air. He was a bit all over the place. I will say, like, he was all over the place defensively, but he would recover pretty well just because he's so fast and he's got good balance. And you know, if he misses a tackle, he can kind of get back up and go again. But I still think you know, for a big time card, like, you're spending a lot of money on him, I don't think you know, that's a good look. That, you know, you're kind of not feeling confident in him. I didn't put any skills in him. Might be. I don't think it's an issue with skills though. Really, he just looked like he just didn't impress me. Like, look at that clip there. The ball just goes by him, and he does get back and recover. But you know, that's not what you want to see. I played him right mid a little bit, literally just for 1/2 of a game. He was getting forward pretty well. You know, he was getting forward high up the pitch, but he just didn't have the ability really to do any damage. But if you want an in-depth leveling guide of these players, just check out the video I uploaded on Monday. I'll show up on your screen right now. And if you want an overall guide on how I level players in each position and the synergies with player skills, I have about a 40-minute guide uploaded on that for every position, so that'll be on your screen now.